Okay, so like I said, we're here to celebrate the launch, and we're going to go to game director and co-founder of Unknown Worlds, Charlie Cleveland, with a cinematic trailer. joined by...
Eat My Diction.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. We're somehow trying to do a live stream from an actual aquarium, as you can see, which poses some technical difficulties. So let us know if you can hear us in chat.
Blink once for yes, twice for no.
I think we're just going to wait a second to make sure you can hear us before we go. Okay, great. We're good to go. We've fixed the leaks. Oxygen's back. We're good to go. Okay, so my name's Sakriel. I'm joined by Eat My Diction, and we're here in this amazing live stream to present to you and to celebrate the launch of Subnautica. We're doing it from the Monterey Bay Aquarium here, so we're surrounded by water and creatures that's similar to those you see in the game. The whole development team's here. They're partying over there, they're having fun, drinking and eating, but being the Twitch professionals that we are, myself and Diction won't be enjoying any alcohol tonight. Right? Yep. But we're here to celebrate the launch of the game. It's been around for, 4 years.
Eons. Feels like since I was born, like I've been playing it forever.
Right,
but, it's pretty awesome to see it finally out in the world, released, finished.
Ready to go, the full story. So we've got a cinematic trailer to show you guys. So we're going to head over to game director and co-founder of Unknown Worlds, Charlie Cleveland.
Hello. Well, we're live from the Monterey Bay Aquarium in beautiful Monterey, California. I am Charlie, game director of Subnautica and co-founder of Unknown Worlds. And we are here tonight for a reason that I hope you know that you're here. I hope you know why you're here, because you've been waiting a long time. We are launching Subnautica finally after 3 years in early access and 5 years of development. Let's just, wow. I always say this because our last game took 8 to 10 years, depending how you count it. I always say if I knew how long that game would have taken, I'm not sure we would have started it. And we just did it again. This was an 18-month game that turned into 5 years. But I have to say, I am really happy with how it turned out. And after tonight, you guys can evaluate it for yourself, and I hope you're happy too. Because you had a big voice in this game, even more than our previous game. What we launched originally 3 years ago was a seed of an idea, and what you guys told us, and you told us what you liked, and you definitely told us what you didn't like, and we embraced that feedback. And I think what we have today represents not only what we wanted in the game, but what all of you wanted in the game. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say here. We got a lot to talk about, but we have streamers for you tonight. We have, we're going to launch the game. We have the cinematic trailer. We have the launch trailer. The cinematic trailer is kind of like the Hollywood version of Subnautica, how we wished it would look. And then actually, the launch trailer is also how we wished it would look, but it's kind of cut and stuff. But it's wonderful. You guys will like it. We're going to play that all for you later. We have Diction, Eat My Diction here. Charlie, who's helped us so much. We're doing this right now. We can do it right now. Are you cutting me off? Yes. Do it. I was just getting going. Come on. Okay. Are you ready? Are we ready? Jonas, you got the laptop. Where are you? Where's Jonas? So this is actually a non-functional wireless button. But we are launching the game at the same time. Jonas is pressing that button on Steam, which is launching it at the same time. So, are you ready? Should we karate chop it? Should we lick it? Should we hit the button? No. Okay. You ready? Ready. On a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double hammer!
sunlight. I've been dreaming of it for months. But it's hard to enjoy alone. The crash seems so long ago now. Father was right. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. Marguerite and Father are already part of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Okay, so that was the cinematic trailer. This is the first time that me and Nick have actually seen it as well.
We asked them not to show it to us prior to this, yeah.
Yeah, no spoilerinos.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you take from it?
I thought it was really well produced. I like that they're getting a little bit more into the backstory of the world and, you know, the whole Degassi, like submarines and the bases they made there and the habitats and everything and what they were doing there. I like that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, to begin with, I thought, is this like just a trailer of like what you do in the game? But then as soon as that voice kicked in and I realized, oh, because I've just done that story arc. Well, I'm on that story arc in the game at the moment. So to hear the crew of the Degassi talking about, you know, Father said we shouldn't have gone deeper. This is a storyline that you start to explore in the game, and it's really cool. It's a really cool idea for a cinematic to kind of show some of the precursors, the people that have made it onto the planet before you.
Yeah, definitely. But I never go deeper. No. I like the shallows. I'm cool. Just, you know,
with the peepers.
Where the sun is still visible. I can see 5 feet in front of me. That's usually where I like to chill.
Yeah. The shallows are kind of a double-edged sword, because I have a bit of a fear of the ocean. So when I first started playing and I was like, oh, the shallows, it can't be dangerous here. Jump in the water, have a look in a cave. First thing that comes out is the exploding fish.
Oh, the crash fish, yeah.
Yeah, so that's immediately just like, okay, apparently nowhere is safe in this world. But amazing art direction in the trailer. So, and we've got loads of trailers and discussion about the game coming up. Yeah, we're stoked to be here. Such a perfect setting for
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Can you think of a better setting for a live stream than...
We missed the divers that were cleaning the tank. They were sitting there just waving at us. It was pretty cool.
Some sharks in there as well.
There's a couple tiger sharks, yeah. They seem pretty tame, but I don't want to go in there.
No reavers yet. So, I think we are going to cut over to Scott, who's going to be doing a discussion about the wonderful art that we have in the game Subnautica. So, enjoy the video. This is a bit where we're on Reddit, because no one's told us that it's cut. What? Oh, we're still on, apparently. No, we're definitely on Reddit now.
I'm okay with that.
Hello, Reddit.
Hello.
Welcome to the aquarium. So, what's interesting about the show is I've only recently started playing the game because I wanted to save up all the storyline for one big live stream, do it over a few live streams, whereas you couldn't help yourself, couldn't resist, and you've been playing...
Despite my incredible fear of the deep ocean. Not even deep ocean, like ponds, rivers.
But not wine, apparently.
Oh, I guess we're going to Scott now?
Oh, we're going to Scott now?
Okay, great.
We're going to head over.
Is that... All right.
Alright. So hey, I'm Scott. I'm joined with Corey and Hugh. And we're having some fun here in the little
We're having such fun audio-visual problems that I am now talking into Corey's microphone, and you're probably telling me on stream your pectorals are massive whether or not we have sound, which by the way has saved us. So, everyone, what's happening right now is we are dealing with a cascade of technical issues, so our show is now out of run of show, and we're doing the best we can, and we really appreciate all the help you are giving us in Steam Chat, because all the help you're giving us in Twitch Chat is actually helping us fix the issues. So keep telling us when something's too loud, keep telling us when something's too soft, and we will get to the end of this show, and we will go through our content segments with your help. So, please keep it up, and with that, Scott, I believe I interrupted your content segment, didn't I? Rudely. So rudely. So I'm gonna get, you see this? I'm not even supposed to ever be on camera on this stream, ever. I need to get out of here.
You got the pit stains, you got all the,
I got the pit stains, I will let you guys chat. And Corey's like, please get off me.
Alright, get out of here, man. Oh, okay.
Fun times.
Oh, fun times. So, Corey,
Yes.
you are the art director on Subnautica.
I am.
The art in Subnautica is, in my opinion, what makes the game so immersive. Like, you swim around underwater, you see all sorts of creatures, and it's you feel like you're really there. And even though you're on an underwater world, it's so important to just feel immersed in this land. So, please, can you tell us a little bit about how you put together this world? Where did these ideas come from? The creatures are so crazy, the environments are so out there. How did this come about?
I mean, it just started with endless amounts of research into, real world plant life and creatures and ocean views, and just kind of going from there. I mean, you just take that and you combine it with a lot of different things. It was particularly challenging with the creatures because when you really dive into that research, you just discover all these amazingly exotic and crazy and weird underwater, the really deep sea stuff that you see that actually exists on Earth's oceans. It's just so freaking bizarre, and you kind of it's intimidating because I'm like, how am I gonna top that and make it feel even more alien? Right. So, but just it's great inspiration to start with, and you just kind of try a bunch of things. I mean, lots of various ideas come to me, in different ways.
Well, man, that's one thing I've always noticed with nature.
You know when you've got to get on a stream and interrupt live because the mic's not working?
All right. Did anything come across?
Everything Corey said came across. We thought Corey was going to be the least talkative person on this stream, and yet,
Here we are.
here we are.
See, you should be drawing the pictures, and you can do the art stuff. And
So, until Jessica gives me the okay that Scott's mic is working, I'm going to pass the ME2 between the two of them.
Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. So we're signing off here.
I need this more in my life, Hugh. This needs to be more part of my life right
I
here.
just get more
Thank
cuddles
you.
out of this
Yeah,
until
you're just gonna
Dylan gives
follow
me the
around.
thumbs up.
Okay. So, Corey, we were talking about the creatures. For anyone that didn't hear, we were talking about the
We can just do this. Yeah, we can
really campfire, little cuddle.
Yeah, okay. So,
The creatures in Subnautica, the environments, the world, everything about it, it is just so immersive. And you were saying that you draw inspiration from real life, and that nature provides so much inspiration because it's already so alien looking. And that's what I was commenting on. Is if you go and look at the aquarium here, everything you see is just.
And this was one of the places came for reference.
Right.
So
it was it's just so out there. This thing swimming behind us here. Everything's so crazy. Everything's so crazy looking. So,
but it helps ground. When you start with that real world research,
Right.
You're not just pulling something out of your butt, because then it just doesn't feel like it really belongs in the world and
Right.
has actual real properties to it.
Right.
So it really helps to have a lot of that strong research and what actually exists to give it that grounding.
Exactly. So, one thing I wanted to ask you about is, so the art style is very clean. If you build a base, you'll notice there's almost no scratches on the wall. In a world with all AAA games being, very grimy and very gritty, very dull, what made you decide that this needs, we're going to make a clean game. We're going to make a game that is very pristine looking, very it's just like this perfect little game of, it's like everything's pristine. Like how did we get to that?
I mean, there was a few aspects to that. I think in some ways it started a lot from like we really wanted a departure from our last game, Natural Section 2, which was really gritty, industrial, everything was grungy and military-like. Yeah, I mean, which looked great for that game, worked great for that game. We wanted a kind of departure from that style.
Right.
Something lighter, and, we wanted to make a game that was more accessible for all audiences. I think that cleaner, brighter, more saturated style was appropriate for that.
Right.
When it came to like all the player tech, like the bases and stuff, I think that also there was some thinking about trying to have a style that could be a little faster to develop. Because we were under a pretty big time crunch. I mean, again, originally it was supposed to be like a 18-month project or something.
Right.
So we wanted to be able to kind of crank out assets faster, and we were thinking if they were sort of simpler and cleaner, and they could be a little faster to create. So I don't know, there's a few things that were kind of going on in our head, but it just kind of felt right in this underwater world. And again, it was largely just really trying to kind of move away. We didn't want the player, he's not a soldier. He's not running around with guns in the game, shooting fish in the face.
Right.
So it was important for us to really kind of make it look more civilian. It's not that industrial, gritty, like sci-fi.
That's a good point. I never really even thought about that. Is like we built a game that is intended not to look like a war game, and that shines through. Like it was always one of our main pillars to have a non-violent interaction with the creatures. Like you get a knife, and that's essentially the most you get in terms of weaponry. So to have a game that has the art style support that core ideal is very important. And I think it came together very well with its very clean look that we had. So I know a lot of the assets that we made, were obviously outsourced. We used assets from all over the place. Can you give us a little bit of insight into like how we went about organizing that? Like how did we ended up with Fox 3D, and we had internal artists, but it just we got it from all over the place. So how did that turn out to be the case?
I mean, we worked with a kind of a core group. There's this outsourcing company, Fox 3D, who we worked really closely with for most of Natural Section 2.
Yeah.
So we already had a really good established working relationship with them. They were kind of familiar with our process. I knew some of the core guys there that I could really count on to kind of hit the style that we're going for. It was a little bit of that sort of change up from NS2, with that cleaner. Subnautica is more stylized too, so it kind of pushes that more simple stylized silhouette. So a little bit of a learning curve in the beginning to kind of get those guys brain switched from working on NS2 to this look of Subnautica.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they hit it out of the park. I mean, they did great work for the game, and really happy with how the artwork came together for it.
Yeah, I mean it's a stunning game, and like whenever I play it, I'm like I can't believe how beautiful it looks. Like to me, I'm just like it's gorgeous. I don't know. Like I know I'm biased because I worked on it, but like I don't know.
There's so much that goes into it. I mean, even more on the tech side. I mean, like Max, programmer who did like all the water surface stuff, and, a lot of lighting tech, and I mean all that really just came together to make that world just feel really lush and beautiful, and great water effects.
Right. So with the creatures, like how much of what your art design was determined what the actions of the creatures did? So like, for example, we have the gastropod, right? Did you start off with an idea of a creature that, launches gas sacks from its butt? Like, it's essentially what it does, right? But like, it's one of the silliest creatures in the game, and like, if you look at it really close, it actually has a gas mask, like, hanging off of its face.
Yeah, that was a little on the nose for that one.
That was a bit heavy-handed, I think. But like, so, how much of your art, your concept art, determined what the creature did versus you came up with an idea of what the creature does and then concepted that out?
I mean, I think it's a mix. Charlie initially had a few ideas for creatures, and there's a few that I concepted out for that, but then there's a lot that he was just really good about just kind of being hands-off and just like have fun with it. Our game was, I don't know, just the core way it was designed was allowed for a lot of freedom in that you could just have as many crazy different creatures as possible. So I would just sit down and kind of, various ideas would come to me. It's hard to even remember exactly like why I thought of the gasopod, but I had that freedom to just sort of like hit within the concept art itself, you know, design a creature, and then we would actually just like see if we could, you know, make that mechanic of it actually work in game. And sometimes it could, sometimes it couldn't.
Right.
But, it worked out pretty well.
Excellent. Well,
So.
thanks very much.
Yeah.
We're gonna pass it back over to the host desk. So thank you all for joining us.
All right. Thanks.
Hey guys, welcome back to the host desk. So, Diction, everybody's favorite subject, social media. Love it or hate it?
Can't live without it. I actually don't have much of a life outside of Twitter or Instagram.
In fact, yeah, me too, pretty much. So we're going to bounce back to the interview sofa with Hugh, who's got some words to share with us about the trailer and social media.
Out of the way here.
What? I sit down and they abandon me? Am I on TV right now? Alone? You guys? Am I really on? Oh man, and they're going to tell me my mic's not working and that, you know, you guys on the chat will come through and save us if that's not true. I hear that Diction is addicted to social media. Myself, also addicted to social media. I'm going to bet that some of you out there are also addicted to social media, even if it's awful. Speaking of social media, Jonas is showing me out of the corner of my eye what I look like on stream, which is awful! Guys, I'm here to appeal for your help. You've already helped us so much on this live stream. We are an independent development team doing independent development Twitch streams, and we need your help to spread the word about our game. And you can do that in a very easy way. You can do it by exploiting other people's addictions to social media. On Facebook.com/Subnautica, Twitter.com/Subnautica, there's a cinematic trailer on show. It's also available on YouTube.com/Subnautica. Please take a look at it. And you know what? If you think it's junk, you tell us. But maybe you think it's okay. And if you think it's okay, it would really help us if you got in there, had a like, had a share, and told the world about it. So hit those addictive social media buttons. I am all out of voice, so I'm going to go straight back to the hosting desk right now with Diction and Chris to take over because they are professionals.
Hey guys, so coming up we have a new gameplay trailer. So we've already had the cinematic trailer that's outlined some of the backstory and giving you an idea about the concepts behind Subnautica, but we've now got a gameplay trailer, and Diction's played this game a lot more than me. So what would you say your favorite gameplay changes are to the game that have been coming out recently?
I mean, over the time that I've been playing, which is since like early alpha, the components needed to create new items in the fabricator started to make more and more sense. In the early days, I remember like you could only cook with salt, which is like, okay, I understand you can cure food with salt, but cooking it is a different thing. And now it's like, oh, you can cook it and cure it. And just certain elements and minerals didn't really make a whole lot of sense combined with others to create like a sea moth or something else, and now it makes way more sense.
Yeah, the depth of the puns.
Nice.
The punsmanship.
First one.
The depth of the features in the game with the base building, the survival elements, they really shine. And I think this gameplay trailer is just going to cut to the core of what you're going to experience in the game.
This PDA has rebooted with one directive: to keep you alive. Scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Exploration is conducted at your own risk. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy. Explore, study, catalog new species, secure food and energy, and gather data on unusual phenomena.
Shouldn't have gone so deep.
All right, and we're back here, and we're joined with Charlie and Scott McDonald.
I don't have a last name.
Charlie, Cleveland.
Thank you.
It was like some city, right? Yeah, I don't know.
Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio.
Yeah.
Charlie, Ohio.
Yeah.
I want to give out a really quick shout out to Real Time UK, who did that amazing cinematic trailer with a very little amount of time to do it, but they did an incredible job.
They have like 1 month.
We're like 2 months and then lots of back and forth. So
I think they had more people on that trailer than we had on our entire dev team.
probably,
It
yeah.
was insane. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they did an
Superb job.
absolutely amazing
Really
job. I hope
beautiful.
you all liked it.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed it.